Lahore Grammar School, Quetta, lesson by Faiza Shah for grade 7. Competent is comprehension. We're still doing the same passage, Why the Sea is Salt. It's a Norwegian folk tale, boys and girls, which is rewritten in the form of a play. So there's a difference between a play and folk tale. Now we've done Japanese folktale, we've done Chinese folktale, and now we're doing a Norwegian folktale. But it is rewritten in the form of a play. So there would be the storyteller is showing us what is happening on the stage, how the curtain falls and how the curtain rises, and also the time and the place, and how the house, the cottage of the poor brother changes because of the meal that he receives from the dwarf in exchange of the bacon. Well, in scene 6, the writer introduces the sea captain who traveled back and forth across the ocean, bringing shiploads of salt to his countrymen. He was the next one to hear about the mill and thought it would be good thing to borrow the mill and make it grind salt. Then he wouldn't have to go sailing for a long time. The sea captain visits the poor brother's cottage. Wow, what a sight to see! The poor brother is not poor anymore, boys and girls. There is a white fluffy curtain at the window, there is a picture above the hearth, and a fire glowing within it. While the wife is sitting comfortably in a rocking chair, wearing a fine gown and a lace cap on her head, the sea captain and the poor brother are sitting on the sofa at ease talking. The sea captain asked the poor brother if he could borrow the mill and grind salt for his countrymen. So instead of going to a faraway seaport for salt, he could fill his ship with salt here. Now, poor brother, boys and girls, as you know, the way he is, he's very kind-hearted. He asked the sea captain if he'll bring his mill back, to which the sea captain promised that he will because he is an honest man. Now, so the poor brother gave him the mill, but as soon as he was about to tell him how to stop the mill, the sea captain rushed out of the cottage as if he were afraid that the man might change his mind, however, assuring the man that he will bring back his mill, for he is an honest man. Boys and girls, do you think sea captain was an honest man? Let's find out. In the last scene, the writer tells us that the sea captain wasn't an honest man. No sooner did he have the mill on board his ship, he asked his crew to weigh anchor and set sail for home. And as soon as the ship was on its way, the sea captain ordered the mill to grind salt. It began to grind, and soon all the sacks were full, and then the hole began to fill. But the sea captain was unable to stop the mill because when the poor brother was trying to tell him how to stop it, he rushed out of his cottage. He asked his crew to get the rescue boats out because the ship was filled with salt and began to sink. In the end, the ship actually sank with the mill. And to this day, the mill is grinding salt. And that's why the sea is salty. So you see, every folktale makes sense of why the world is the way it is. Did you like the story? Well, I loved it. So boys and girls, we have vocabulary words for meaning and sentence making. It's morsel, generosity, smacking, chanting, bedraggled, herring, hearth. Okay? Think Mark. I've got some questions for you here. Who are the main characters in Why the Sea is Salty? How are the brothers different from each other? Here the questions are about the characters. Now about the plot. What good or bad choices did each brother make? What was the result of each choice? So first, so this will help you in your fictitious creative writing. When you're doing your creative writing, you can think Mark. So the characters, you can go with your characters first, then you can think of the plot. Now the author's purpose. There should always be an author's purpose while you're writing a piece of writing or when you're telling a story. So why do you think the author told this story? Make connections. That is also another good point. How is this folk tale like other folk tales you have read? How is it different from other folk tales you have read? Now, I hope you enjoyed the story. I loved it. It was magical. It made sense, but at the same time, it didn't make sense as well, because it was magical. If you go on a magical voyage, you can think larger than life. But when you're making sense out of many things, then definitely the idea doesn't work. So anyway, Think Mark Fiction Think Mark is for you to understand how to write a creative writing, and you can answer all these questions. And the vocabulary words are given to you to find meaning and sentence making. Boys and girls, stay safe, stay home, keep safe distance, and I'll be waiting for your submissions. Thank you. Bye bye.